Good morning. Today we are going to start our topic, that is issue of shares when fully subscribed. What is fully subscribed? Fully subscribed means when companies are issued the shares, the whole shares which are issued by the companies are purchased or subscribed by the public. It is called fully subscribed shares. And when the companies issue these shares, the company can get the cash or other consideration also. So from this point of view, company can issue the shares for cash as well as for consideration other than cash. When company receive money or cash for issue of shares, that is called for cash. But when company receive any fixed assets against issue of shares, it is called for consideration other than cash. Means company purchase some assets and then without making any payments, they are issuing the shares. Instead of making payment, they are issuing the shares. This is called consideration other than cash. So today we'll discuss for cash, issue of shares fully subscribed and receive the money by the company. The term of issue of shares, company can issue the shares at par as well as at premium. At par, what's the meaning of at par? Means every share has some face value. When company issue these shares at the face value, it is called at par, means without profit and loss. No profit, no loss situation, means face value is equal to issue price. Second option may be at premium, when shares are issued at a value which is higher than the face value of shares. Means face value is less than issue price, or we can say that issue price is greater than face values. For example, company having the share of rupees 10 and they issued the shares at rupees 12, then here 2 rupees will be the premium. So this is a term of issue of shares. It can be issued at par as well as it can be issued at premium. Then modes of issuing the shares. Company, to whom the company can issue the shares. So modes of issuing the shares. Company can issue the shares to the private in the form of private placement and public issue. What is private placement? It means issue an allotment of shares to a selected group of persons, that is called private placement, and mostly this is used by the private or unlisted companies. But it doesn't mean that they are free to issue the shares at any conditions. All the SEBI guidelines concerning preferential issues are applicable to private placement of shares as well. Second is public issue. As the name indicates, public is included in it. It means offers made by a company to public in a journal for subscription of shares. I mean, when company invite the public to buy the shares, that is called public issue. It is also known as IPO. That is meaning is initial public offer. Means first of all, these shares are issued to general public. But when the company issue the shares to a general public, they have to follow some steps. But all the steps are, first is issue the prospectus. Prospectus is basically invitation. It is an invitation to the general public. Means through this prospectus, company is going to invite the public to subscribe the shares. In these invitations, different informations are given by the company, like objective of company's name and address of registered office, then number of authorized share capital, number of shares offered for subscriptions, term of issues. So all these conditions are clearly mentioned in invitations. Now second step, receive applications. When any person through the invitation is interested in the purchasing of shares, buying of shares, then they will give the applications and they will give the application as with the application money. That is to receive the applications. In this, application money is received in advance by the companies, and the application money should not be less than 25% of the issue price of each shares as per SEBI guidelines. And whenever company receive the application money, that will be deposited in scheduled bank. That will be deposited in scheduled bank till the date of allotment. To make the allotment of shares, when allotment of shares, that it means in really allot the shares to the general public, but there is one hurdle, that is called minimum subscription. That is called minimum subscription, and that should be equal to 90% of issue price. 90% of issue, जितने शेयर हमने इशू किए हैं उसका 90% की जो वैल्यू है उसके बराबर मिनिमम सब्सक्रिप्शन रिसीव होना चाहिए अकॉर्डिंग टू सेबी guidelines. We can see here what is the minimum subscription. Minimum subscription that is according to section 39(1) of Companies Act 2013, it is an amount stated in the prospectus as the minimum amount that must be subscribed. This is the minimum amount. This is indicate the number of shares which should be minimum number of shares that should be purchased by the public. So that is stated in the prospectus clearly. According to SEBI guidelines, company must receive a minimum of 90% of subscription. 90% of subscriptions against the entire issue. The whole issue, 90% of whole issue should be subscribed by the public. Only then the company can allot the shares. Or if company fails to arrange this minimum subscription within 30 days from the issue of the prospectus, then the company has to refund this application money which is received in advance within 15 days from the closure of the issue. So this is regarding the minimum subscription. Now fourth stage will be make calls. If minimum subscription is done, then the company can allot the shares and the company make the calls, further calls also. What is the call means? The minimum, when the company is not asking to get all the issue price at a time, they can call money. They call the money in a installments form, in a first installment, second installment, second and final installments, etc. And all the information regarding the calls, terms and condition will be given in article of association. If it is not given in article of association, then the company has to follow the table F of Companies Act. In this, all terms and conditions regarding the calls are given. Now next is when company is able to receive the money, all the money, then they have to record all the journal and all the treatments in their books of accounts. But they are receiving the cash. Company can call the whole money in a one installment, or they can call the money in installment. When company receive all the issued share, all money related to issued shares is payable in one installment, that is called lump sum. That is one time payment. In this, companies will do at least two entries, one for receiving the money in advance in the form of application money and allotment money, and second for transferring this application money into the share capital. And company will use their a joint account, that is share application and allotment account. So first entry will be bank account debit to share application and allotment account, that will be represent to being application money received, because every time the application money will be received in advance. Then for allotment of shares, when 90% minimum subscription condition is fulfilled, then company will allot the shares when it is allotted at par. Then second entry will be share application and share allotment account debit to share capital, that is for transferring the money into the share capital account, because share capital account is the permanent account. Now if company issue the shares at premium, then what will be happen? At premium, share application and allotment account debit to share capital account with face value of shares to security premium account with amount of premiums. Now we'll take an example. When company's shares are fully subscribed and payable in lump sum, then issue at par. When the company in these two conditions issue the shares at par, we'll taking the example, X Limited issue 4,000 equity shares of 10 each at par. The amount payable along with application is rupees 10, because 10 is at par value and 10 is also received. The issue was fully subscribed. Give the journal entries. So we have said that when issues are fully subscribed and they are payable in lump sum, then company will do two entries, 4,000 shares 10 each and one installment. In one installment, company is receiving all money. So first entry will be to receive the application money, bank account debit 40,000 to, if there's equity shares, then equity share application and allotment account, 4,000 into 10 means 40,000, 40,000. So bank account debit to equity share application and allotment account. The second entry, this temporary account will be closed and this amount will be transferred in equity share capital at the time of allotment after fulfilling the minimum subscription condition. So equity share application and allotment account debit 40,000 to equity share capital 40,000, being share money transferred to share capital on allotment. So these two entries will be present in the books of accounts when company issue the shares at par and amount is payable in lump sum. Now next, what will be happen at premium? At premium, we'll take another example. L Limited issued 40,000 8% preference shares, because company having two types of shares, equity shares as well as preference shares. So in this case, company is going to issue the 40,000 8% preference shares. Then at a premium of ₹2 payable along with application, when whole money will be received at the time of application, and all shares were applied and fully allotted. Give the journal entry. Again 40,000 shares of 10 each with premium of ₹2, means the share price, the total values of one share is 10 plus 2, 12. And company is receiving this 12 rupees on 40,000 8% preference shares. So what we'll do, first entry, that is bank account debit to 8% preference shares application and allotment account. When there is a equity shares, we will use a equity share application and allotment account, but if there is a preference shares, we'll open the preference shares application and allotment account. And how we'll get the money? 40,000 shares, per share value is 12 because 2 rupees is premium and 10 rupees face value. By multiplying these two, we'll get 4,80,000. 4,80,000 bank account debit 4,80,000 to 8% preference shares application and allotment account 4,80,000. After allotment, at the time of allotment, this preference shares application allotment account will be closed and the whole money will be transferred in company's capital account. Now next entry will be 8% preference shares application and allotment account debit 4,80,000. This account will be debited now. 2 preference shares capital with the nominal value 40,000 into 10, 4 lakhs. Then 2 security premium reserve 40,000 into 2, 80,000. So share capital will always be multiplied by the nominal value. And security premium reserve will be credited because this is a type of liabilities which will be used for specific purpose, being preference shares allotted to applicants and amount transferred to preference share capital and security premium reserve account. So at the time of issue of shares, when these shares are issued at premium and the whole money is received in lump sum, then these two entries will be done. Now another, we have said sometime and most of the times company will not receive all the money at a time, and they will call the money in installments. They will call the money installments. Then what is known as the installments? Amount due on shares may be received in installment. It may be first installment, that is known as application money, which is paid along with application. Second installment, mostly known as allotment money, that it is collected by the company. It is collected by the company at the time of allotment of shares. Third installment is first call, fourth, fifth, and so on. Fourth installment call, second call, fifth is third call, and so on. And last is installment, but remember, last installment will always be known as final call. The final call word will also be mentioned in the last installment. What is installment? What is call money? After allotment of shares, means after this first two stages, whatever calls are done by the companies regarding the remaining part of share money is known as call money. And these calls may be first and final call, it may be first call, second call, third call, fourth call, but final call also. So it depends on the company in how many calls they are receiving the money. If only one call is made, then it is called first and final call. So we will use in accounting treatment, if there is one installment they are getting the money, we will use first and final call account. So this is a first and final call. We'll take an example. If they are receiving the money in installment and company issue the shares at par, company is issuing the shares at par. The question is, P Limited was registered with capital of 10 lakhs in shares of ₹20 each. Per share value is 20 each. It invited application for 50,000 equity shares. The amount is payable as ₹5 on application, 10 on allotment, ₹5 on first and final call. The whole issue was applied for and amount was duly received. Give necessary journal entries. So this is a question where is capital of ₹10 lakhs registered, shares ₹20 each, company received or invited the application for 50,000 equity shares. and this 20 rupees is received by this 3 installments. Application, allotment, first and final call. It means for every installment we have to do 2 journal entries. Means 1, 2, 3 means there will be a 6 journal entries. For each installment there will be 2 entries. So we'll go on the first entry. First is company is receiving 50,000 on 50,000 shares, rupees 5 application each. So we'll do the entries. Bank account debit to equity share application account, and amount is 50,000 into 5 means 2,50,000 being application money received. When this application money is received, at the time of allotment the whole money will be transferred in share capital account, and we'll do the entry. This equity share application account will be now debited 2,50,000, and that money is transferred into equity share capital account 2,50,000 being application money transferred to equity share capital account at the time of allotment. Now second installment is rupees 10 on allotment, that is rupees 10 on allotment. So we'll give the entry equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital. You can remember whenever which installment is going to be due, that should be debited. When now the allotment is going to due, that's why the equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital, because in application we are receiving the advance first, then we are going to transfer this money into equity share capital. But in the rest installments, first of all we will due the amount, and after it we will receive the amount. At the time of due we will due the installment by doing it debit. Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital. Finally this amount will be transferred in share capital. We'll calculate the amount. 50,000 into 10. 10 rupees is installment per share. 50,000 shares into 10, 5 lakhs rupees will be due at allotment. Then we will receive the money and make the entry bank account debit to equity share allotment. The whole money is received, that's why 5 lakh rupees will be transferred. Bank account debit 5 lakhs to equity share allotment account, 5 lakhs being receipt of allotment money. Now there is a first and final call rupees 5. Then we'll make an entry for due. Again first and final call is going to due, that's why it should be debited. Equity share first and final call account debit to equity share capital. Get the amount 50,000 into 5 means 2,50,000. Then first and final call due, then we'll receive the money. Bank account debit 2,50,000 to equity first and final call account 2,50,000 means being first and final call money received. So in this way, when a company is receiving the money in installments and the shares are issued at par, so we'll do all this 3 for 3 installment. We will do 6 entries one by one. Now last situation is fully subscribed payable in installment. That is same, fully subscribed payable in installment, but this is at premium. Again premium is there, then we should be careful when the company is calling this premium, and whenever we will make the due entry, then this premium account will be credited, because this is a type of liabilities. So Z Limited invited applications for issuing 1,500 6% preference shares of 10 each. 1,500 6% preference shares of 10 each at a premium of rupees 3 per share, means the total amount of share is 10 plus 3 13 rupees, and number of shares are 1,500, and this 13 rupees are called as rupees 8 on share application and allotment account. Company is opening the joint account and including the premium, rupees 8 is calling on first installment, that is share application and allotment, and the rest 5 rupees is called on first call and final call, first and final call. So, and one more instruction is given. Expenses of share issue amounting to rupees 1,000 were written off against securities to do the journal entries. So now we have read all the question. Now we'll do the entries. First of, as usual, on 1,500 shares, company receiving 10 each at a premium of rupees 3 per share, and this premium is called on the first installment, that is rupees 8. 1,500 shares into 8. Bank account debit to 6% preference shares application allotment account 1500 into 8, 1500 shares at the rate of rupees 8 with premium. So whenever we are receiving the money, we will include the premium also if it is on first installment. So including the premium, company is getting 12,000. Bank account debit 12,000 to 6% preference shares application allotment account 12,000. This is regarding the being money received on application and allotment. After this, company will transfer this money into the share capital account. But remember, there is a on a first installment there is a security premium reserve. We'll make the entries. 6%, this account again will be debited. 6% preference shares application allotment account debit 12,000 to 6% preference share capital and to security premium reserve. And we'll calculate the amount. We'll differentiate the amount. 1500 into 5, that is nominal value, and 1500 into 3, this is a security premium reserve amount. By multiplying it, in share capital the amount will go 7,500, in security premium reserve amount will go 4,500 rupees. So at the time of making the due entry, security premium reserve account will be credited with the security premium account, that will be multiplied by the number of share issued. So what is the entries? Being application allotment money to share capital and to security premium at the time of allotment. So this money is transferred in share capital and relevant money is transferred in security premium reserve account. Next installment is first call and final call, 5 rupees से है. So next due entry, share first and final call account debit to 6% preference share capital, 1500 into 5, 1500 shares multiplied by 5 rupees installment. So company will get 7,500 as a first and final call. They will make due. So share first and final call account debit 7,500 to preference shares capital 7,500. When company receive the money, they will do the same entry as usual. Bank account debit 7,500 to this account will be credited now. To this account, debit account will be credited to 6% preference shares first and final call account 7,500. There was a one treatment was also given regarding the expenses of share issue, say 1,000. Regarding this, we have to remember the share issue expenses will be written off out of security premium reserve. That is one use of security premium also. So how will or will what entries will make? First is share issue expenses account is going to be paid. The share issue expenses account debit to bank 1,000, that is paid by the company. But these expenses will be written off by or from the security premium reserve. So this account will be closed by crediting it, and we will debit the security premium reserve account debit to share issue expenses account 1,000, 1,000. So this is the entries regarding fully subscribed payable in installment, but shares are issued at premiums. So all these are regarding the topic. Now there are some instructions. When company calling the money, they have to consider some instructions regarding table F. If in article of association no instruction about the calls money are given, then company will follow these instructions which are given in table F. Period of 1 month must elapse between two calls. दो calls के बीच में there should be a gap between 1 month. The amount of one call should not be more than 25% of face value of shares. A notice of 14 days period should be given to the shareholders to pay the amount. Calls should be made on uniform basis on all shares within the same class. So these are 4-5 instructions which are given in table F, which should be followed if companies are not clarified about the course instructions in article of association. So this is about the topic. So thank you.